Hello and welcome to Daily English Flow. We're really happy you're here. I'm Amelia.
And I'm James. On this channel, we practice real, everyday English with simple and natural conversations.
If you enjoy learning this way, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. All right, let's get started.
Today, we're talking about jobs and how to speak about your work in a clear, natural way.
Nice. But first, James, you look a little sleepy today. Did you sleep okay or not really?
Honestly, not really. My neighbor's dog was barking at 6 a.m., like it had a full-time job too.
A dog with a schedule. I hate that. Did you at least get coffee before coming here?
Yes, I did, and I drank it way too fast. Now I'm awake, but also a little shaky.
That's the too much coffee feeling. I know it well. Okay, let's warm up with a simple question. James, what do you do? What's your job these days?
I work as a customer support specialist for an online store, so I answer messages and solve problems.
That's super useful. What kind of problems do people usually have, like late delivery or wrong items?
Exactly that. People write, "My package is missing," or "I got the wrong color," and I try to help fast.
So you need patience because some customers are calm and some are not calm at all.
Yes, some are very sweet and some are angry from the first word. I stay polite even when it's hard.
Respect. I would probably laugh from stress, and that would be a terrible idea.
Please don't laugh at angry customers, Amelia. That would be my worst training video ever.
Okay. My turn. I work as a travel assistant and I help people plan simple trips and schedules.
That sounds fun. Do you do it online or do you work in an office with other people?
Mostly online, from home. I love it, but I also miss talking to coworkers in real life sometimes.
Same here. Working online is comfortable, but it can feel lonely, like you're talking to a screen all day.
True. So, Amelia question. What's the best part of your job as a travel assistant? The best part is when someone says, "Thank you, you saved my trip." That feels really rewarding.
Rewarding is a great word. For me, the best part is when I fix a problem quickly and the customer relaxes.
And what's the hardest part for you? Be honest. Is it the angry messages or the boring tasks?
Both, but mostly angry messages. Sometimes people blame me for things I can't control, like the weather.
Hello, James, why is it raining? That's hilarious, but also sad. People really do that sometimes.
Yes, they do. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'll send sunshine soon." My manager would not love that joke.
Okay, let's help our listeners. If you want to ask about someone's job, you can say, "What do you do?"
And you can answer simply, "I'm A," or "I work as A," like "I'm a teacher," or "I work as a driver."
Also, you can say where you work. I work from home, I work in a hotel, or I work at a school.
Quick note, today's format is based on a common talk about your job practice style.
Now, let's go a little deeper. James, what skills do you need for customer support to be good at it?
I need clear communication, patience, and focus. Also, I need to type fast because people want fast answers.
That makes sense. For my job, I need to be organized because a small mistake can ruin someone's schedule.
Like mixing up the dates and sending them to the airport one day early. That would be a disaster.
Exactly. So I always double check. And yes, I still make mistakes sometimes, and then I say sorry a lot.
That's real life. Okay, Amelia, what does a normal day look like for you, from morning to afternoon?
I start at 9, check emails, then make a plan. After that, I call clients and I build a simple travel routine.
Nice. My routine starts earlier. I log in, check new tickets, answer easy ones first, then handle the hard ones.
Do you ever take breaks or do you just go nonstop like a robot?
I take small breaks, or my brain melts. I stand up, stretch, and sometimes I talk to myself like a coach.
You can do it, James. That's actually cute. I do that too, but I whisper so nobody hears.
Talking to yourself at work should be normal. It's like free motivation, and it doesn't cost anything.
Exactly. And sometimes you just need to hear your own voice saying, "Relax, it's not a big problem."
Very true. Now, Amelia, let's imagine you meet someone new at a party. How do you talk about your job?
I usually keep it simple. I say, I work as a travel assistant and help people plan their trips.
That's clear and easy. You don't need long explanations, especially when people just want the main idea.
Yes, if they're interested, they will ask more questions. If not, that's okay too.
Good point. I say, I work in customer support for an online shop, and people usually nod and smile.
Or they say, oh wow, that must be stressful. And you just laugh and agree.
Exactly. Laughter is the safest answer there. Now, let's talk about work hours. Do you work fixed hours?
Mostly yes, I work from 9 to 5, but sometimes I stay longer if a client needs urgent help.
Same for me. My shift is fixed, but if there's a problem at the end, I don't just leave it unfinished.
That shows responsibility. It's a nice word to use when talking about your job in interviews.
True. You can say, I'm responsible for answering customers and solving their issues.
Or, I'm responsible for planning trips and making sure everything goes smoothly.
Smoothly is another great word. Simple, but very natural.
Let's switch to feelings. How do you usually feel after a long workday?
Honestly, tired but satisfied. When I help many people, I feel like my work matters.
That's a great feeling. I feel the same when clients are happy and relaxed after talking to me.
And on bad days, let's be honest, not every day is perfect.
On bad days, I feel drained. I want silence, food, and zero questions from anyone.
Wow, that describes me perfectly. After work, I just want to eat and watch something silly.
That's also useful English. You can say, after work, I like to relax and switch off.
Or I'm exhausted after work, so I keep my evenings simple.
Nice. Now, James, do you see yourself doing this job in 5 years, or do you want to change?
Good question. I think this job helped me grow, but I want to move into training new employees later.
That's a great goal. You can say, I want to grow in my career, or I want to develop new skills.
Exactly. And you, do you want to stay a travel assistant forever?
Maybe not forever, but I enjoy it now. Later, I'd like to manage a small team.
That sounds ambitious, in a good way. Listeners, notice how Amelia talks about the future calmly and clearly.
Yes, no big words needed, just simple ideas. I'd like to, I plan to, or I hope to.
Let's do a quick example. Amelia, ask me about my work one more time, like in real life.
Okay, James, what do you do and do you enjoy your job?
I work in customer support, and yes, I enjoy it most days, especially when I can really help someone.
Perfect answer. Clear, honest, and natural. No stress, no overthinking.
That's the goal with English. Say what you mean and keep it simple.
Keeping it simple really makes conversations easier, especially when you're nervous or tired after work.
Totally agree. When people try to sound too professional, they often forget what they want to say.
Yes, and then they stop, think too much, and the conversation feels awkward and slow.
That's why practice like this helps. You hear natural questions and answers, just like in real life.
Exactly. Let's talk about colleagues now. Do you work with many people or mostly alone?
I work with a team, but we communicate online. We chat, send messages, and sometimes join video calls.
Do you like working in a team or would you prefer to work alone most of the time?
I like a mix. Teamwork helps with hard problems, but working alone helps me focus better.
That's very balanced. I also enjoy teamwork, but sometimes I need quiet time to think clearly.
Quiet time is important. Without it, I feel like my brain is full of noise.
Same here. Okay, another useful topic. Talking about your boss. How would you describe yours?
My manager is supportive but strict. They expect good results, but they also listen to our ideas.
That's a good description. Simple words, but very clear. My manager is friendly and organized.
Organized managers make life easier. Chaos at work is really stressful.
Very stressful. If someone asks, do you like your job? How do you usually answer?
I say, yes, I do. It can be stressful, but I learn a lot and gain experience.
That's honest and positive. You don't need to pretend everything is perfect.
Exactly. English sounds more natural when you're honest, not when you try to impress.
Let's talk about salary, but carefully, because this topic can feel sensitive.
True. If someone asks directly, you can say, I earn enough for my needs, or it's okay for now.
That's a polite way to answer without giving numbers. Very useful in social situations.
You can also say, I'm happy with my pay, or I'm hoping for a raise in the future.
Raise is an important word. It means more money, usually after good work.
Yes, and you can say, I asked for a raise, or I got a raise last year.
Now let's move to work-life balance. Do you feel you have enough free time?
Most of the time, yes. I try to finish work on time and protect my evenings.
That's smart. I used to work too much, and then I felt burned out.
Burned out is a very real feeling. No energy, no motivation, just stress.
Exactly. Now I try to rest more and enjoy small things after work.
Like cooking, watching a show, or just doing nothing without feeling guilty.
Doing nothing is underrated. It's actually very important sometimes.
Let's help listeners again. If you want to talk about balance, you can say, I try to keep a balance.
Or, I work hard, but I also make time for myself.
Very natural. Amelia, do you ever think about changing careers completely?
Sometimes, yes. I'm curious about new things, but I don't rush big decisions.
That's wise. You can say, I'm open to new opportunities, which sounds calm and confident.
I like that phrase. It doesn't close doors and it doesn't sound dramatic.
Exactly. English doesn't need drama, it needs clarity.
Before we continue, let's remind listeners that mistakes are normal when talking about work.
Yes, nobody expects perfect English. Clear ideas matter more than perfect grammar.
That's such an important reminder. People often stay silent because they're afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, and silence doesn't help anyone. Speaking, even with mistakes, is how you actually improve.
Exactly. At work, clear communication is more important than perfect sentences.
Let's talk about meetings now. Do you have many meetings during your week with us?
Not too many, luckily. I usually have short calls to discuss details or solve small problems.
Same here. Some meetings are useful, but others could easily be an email.
Oh, yes, the famous "this could be an email" meeting. Everyone knows that feeling.
And everyone smiles politely while thinking the same thing.
If you want to talk about meetings in English, you can say, I had a meeting with my team.
Or, we discussed a problem and decided what to do next. Very simple and clear.
Good example. Now, let's talk about stress at work. How do you deal with it?
I try to take short breaks and breathe slowly. If I stay calm, I work better.
That's smart. I write a short list and finish tasks one by one. It helps me feel in control.
Control is key. When everything feels messy, stress grows very fast.
Exactly. Do you ever talk to coworkers about stress, or do you keep it to yourself?
I talk about it sometimes. Just saying, today is a bit stressful already helps.
That's very natural English, by the way. Simple and honest.
Honesty builds good work relationships. People trust you more when you're real.
Speaking of relationships, do you have friends at work, or do you keep things professional?
A bit of both. I'm friendly with my team, but I also respect boundaries.
Boundaries are important. You can be kind without sharing everything.
Exactly. Now, let's imagine a listener is preparing for a job interview. What advice would you give them?
I'd say keep answers simple, smile, and don't be afraid to pause and think.
Great advice. You can also say, I'm still learning, but I'm motivated. Interviewers like that.
Motivation is a strong word, and it's very positive.
Yes, and it's easy to use. I'm motivated to learn and improve.
Let's do a short role play. I'm the interviewer. James, are you ready?
I'm ready, but a little nervous. That's realistic too.
Okay. Can you tell me about your work experience?
Sure. I work in customer support, where I help customers and solve problems every day.
Very good, clear and confident. Now, one more question. What do you like most about your job?
I like helping people and feeling useful. It gives me satisfaction at the end of the day.
Perfect answer. Listeners, notice how short and honest that was.
You don't need long stories. Just say what matters to you.
Before we finish this part, Let's talk about learning English at work. Do you use English daily?
Yes, I do. I write messages, read instructions, and sometimes speak with international customers.
That's great practice. Real situations help you learn faster than textbooks.
Exactly. And mistakes at work are normal, just like mistakes in English.
That connection between real work and real English is very powerful, and many learners forget about it.
Yes, because when you use English for real tasks, it stops being a school subject and becomes a tool.
Exactly. And tools don't need to be perfect, they just need to work when you use them.
I like that idea a lot. English that works is better than English that sounds fancy but feels empty.
Let's talk about confidence at work. Do you feel more confident now than when you started your job?
Definitely. At the beginning, I doubted myself a lot, but experience slowly changed that feeling.
Experience really helps. The same thing happens with English when you speak a little every day.
Yes, small steps matter. You don't wake up confident one day, it grows over time.
If a listener feels shy talking about their job in English, what would you tell them?
I'd say start with short answers. You don't need long speeches to sound natural or confident.
That's great advice. Even one clear sentence is enough to start a real conversation.
And people usually care more about your idea than your grammar. That's very important to remember.
So true. Most native speakers don't analyze your English, they just listen to understand you.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about mistakes again because they scare many learners.
Yes, mistakes feel embarrassing, especially at work, but they are part of learning.
When I make a mistake, I correct it and move on. I don't punish myself for it anymore.
That's a healthy attitude. You can even say, "Sorry, let me say that again," and continue.
That sentence alone can save so many awkward moments, simple and very useful.
Let's imagine a listener talking about their job tomorrow. What is one sentence they can use?
They can say, I work as a, or I work in, and add one simple detail. That's enough.
Perfect. And if someone asks, "Do you like your job?" they can answer honestly but calmly.
Yes, like, I like it, but it can be challenging sometimes. That sounds real and balanced.
Balanced answers feel trustworthy, both in English and in real life.
Absolutely. Before we finish, let's encourage our listeners one more time.
If you're listening to this, remember that your English doesn't need to be perfect to be useful.
Use it, practice it, and don't wait for the right level to start speaking.
Your job, your routine, and your experiences are great topics for everyday English practice.
Talk about what you already know, and English will feel much easier and more natural.
And don't forget, confidence comes from action, not from waiting.
Exactly. Speak first, improve later. That's how real progress happens.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's conversation.
Thank you so much for listening and practicing English with us today.
We hope this dialogue helped you feel more confident talking about your job in English.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to come back for more real conversations.
This was Daily English Flow, and we're really glad you spent this time with us.
Take care, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode.